right, so Joseph, we back with Joseph. Back with Joseph Smith.
What's hey?
Underrated, most underrated.
Hey.
So we were talking, man. You have an interesting perspective on religion. So let's get into it. There's a lot of different religions. You know what I'm saying? Christianity, Islamic.
That's a problem.
There's a lot.
That's a problem.
From your perspective, let's start here. What would you categorize yourself?
I would say religion is a system that has been implemented to control people. And based on what part of the world you're from, based on what part of the world that particular system was implemented, is going to determine and dictate how you operate.
Now, let me ask you this, because the ideology of religion is that you do good to your neighbor, right? So it's not like the message that they're preaching is necessarily bad. What is it that you have a problem with in religion?
The problem that I have with religion is it divides people, right? If everybody in a math class, you dig what I'm saying, and the teacher tell you 2 + 2 is 4, excuse me, show you how to get 2 + 2 is 4, so you're not just taking their word for it, but right, you proving it based on facts, right?
Right.
And then you tell everybody, all right, now do 5 + 5. Give me an answer. See, you come over 10, bro come over 3, I come over 2, fam come over 1, fam over there, he come over 0. You dig what I'm saying? But we all supposed to be coming from the same book, using the same system, but we got so many different answers. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So anything that's not connected ultimately is divided. If it's divided, then that means everybody not on the same page. So now that causes people to do shit like, for example, right? You will have people within the black community who are Christians, right, who will shame the very people that's in their family that may be a homosexual or a lesbian, will shame them and tell them they gonna go to hell. Well, guess what that's called? It's called discrimination. How would you feel if a white person told you that you have no soul because of the color of your skin and you supposed to be serving the same Lord and Jesus that you serve? You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
That's discrimination. That's a motherfucking problem. And people don't see that because when they got their mind fixed on something and their perspective has been molded to think a certain way, then that's when they fucked up because they feel like they got it out. And when you feel like you the smartest motherfucker in the room, you in the wrong motherfucking room.
Where do you think that you go when you die?
That's a great question. Ask that question again, bro.
Where do you think you go when you die?
I'm finna help you answer that question. You ready?
Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna take you through an exercise.
Right.
What if I told you that before you knew life as you know it now,
yeah,
that you would be in a dark place, secluded, connected, right? Connected to something, and you can feel that you're connected to it.
Right.
Right? It's dark. Right? You hear shit on the outside, but you can't see it. You don't really know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And then the next thing you know, all of a sudden one day, you see a motherfucking light at the end of the tunnel. And now you getting dragged out. Would you remember that? Would you recall that by chance?
No way.
Watch this. I'm going to show you how you recall it. You know how I know you recall it?
How?
Because I just described what it was like being in your mother's womb for 9 months.
That's what I'm saying.
Now watch this. Watch this. Now do that make sense? What I just described, does that make sense that that's what you experienced for 9 months, not knowing anything about time, not knowing what 24 hours in a day is, you just existing? Does that not describe you being in your mother's womb?
Fact.
Now watch this. I'm gonna take it through another description. Tell me if you think you could recall this one. See, before you knew life in your mother's womb, you knew life as a living, swimming, fishy organism.
Correct.
Swimming around in the dark.
Swimming around.
You know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden, some shit go down. Some shit done changed. All of a sudden now, you fighting against a million other motherfuckers. Man, y'all going to fucking war. And guess what? Only one motherfucker can make it. And you made it. Now, would you recall that?
No.
Nah, hell nah. You
but
would.
But guess
what? But guess what I just described? I just described what it was like being a sperm.
Now let me ask you this question.
In your father's testicles.
Let me ask you this question. What I'm saying? Who would you say is the architect of, because that sounds to me like a miracle, right?
Is that like a miracle?
It sounds like it was, well, obviously it's a design. So it's designed that Sperm goes in woman, woman procreates, right? Who would you say is the architect of that?
So, I'll tell you who the architect was.
Yeah.
My father was the architect. My father's father was the architect. My father's father was the architect, and so forth on, right? Now, unfortunately, I can't go all the way back to the architect. But,
Right.
you know, there are scientific facts out there that points to, you know, the heart of Africa, you know what I'm saying, and the first lady that's being discovered, you know what I'm saying, being a woman of color, and that we all come from that. Because you can, you know, you can take color and bleach it and it turn white. But you can't reverse that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, ultimately, you know, from all colors come a different shade. So ultimately, that's you know, with that being said, you look at your history in order to see what your future looks like. So for me, what I've come to the conclusion of is that this is just another phase of life. You dig what I'm saying? And eventually, my energy, my spirit, the very thing that makes up me, the very thing that makes up you. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Energy's never lost, it's only transferred. So that means that it's gonna leave here and it's gonna go somewhere else. And the very thing that I seen coming into this world is the very thing that people say they always hear them say before they leave. I see a light and I hear people talking. You can hear people talking around when you was in the womb, but you ain't seen them. You ain't know, you can feel a vibe. It's the same situation.
Now let me ask you this. Do you believe in things like witchcraft, voodoo, that you could talk to spirits in the underworld?
I don't believe I know. You dig what I'm saying? At the end of the day, everything is energy. You can walk into a room and feel the vibe. You can feel the energy. You can tell when a nigga got it out for you. You can tell when a chick got it in for you. You dig what I'm saying? You can tell. You can close your eyes and feel when somebody's staring at you. You dig what I'm saying? It's about energy. So it's about positive and negative energy. Can you manipulate energy? Why, yes, you can.
So if you were to sum it up, let's go through it. Do you believe in God?
Do I believe in God?
Do you believe there is a God?
I do not believe God in the perspective that people perceive God being a father and a
Right.
he and all-knowing and the man upstairs that's looking out over the world. No, I do not.
Okay, so then in that case, you don't believe in Jesus or Jesus' return, right?
Hey, where Jesus at? Have you seen it? So every time some fucked up shit go on, get what they say? Oh, we living in the last times. Right, guess what? When we was going through segregation and all that shit, it felt like the last times. Prior to that, going through the whole shit with Hitler, guess what? It felt like the last times. When Obama made it legal for homosexuals and lesbians to marry, the church said we living in the last times. There's always gonna be something fucked up going on to make you feel like we living in the last times. Insanity is when you do something over and over and over again, expecting a different result, but you keep getting the same thing. How many Sundays, how many Wednesdays, how many Mondays, how many Thursdays have you been going to these churches? And guess what? The environment around the church still look the same way. And you got churches on every corner. It's competition. Why do we have churches on every corner? Oh, because the church is a 501(c)(3) nonprofit organization, which means that they pay no taxes. So they want your money. Now, let me say this, because remember, you must always stay balanced, even in
Right.
conversation.
Right.
Right? Unfortunately, they make up a lot of the majority. But then you do have other churches, right, where I think that religion ultimately has kept a lot of black men from either going to prison or being dead. Islam, Christianity. It gave them, including myself, gave me some type of structure, some type of discipline. You dig what I'm saying? But ultimately, that does not mean that you cannot outgrow your cocoon of information. You cannot stay the same mindset forever for your entire life. You have to continue to evolve and mature within your thinking and within your growth and within your evolution and within your development. You dig what I'm saying? But however, the majority, man, they out here for your money, man. You're going to be cursed with a curse. You better pay. Shit, God damn it. Pay! Nigga, pay me!
Chase that bag, man.
Chase that motherfucking bag. And them pastors, the majority, chasing that motherfucking bag, man.
So can you blame the pastor, nigga? He chased the bag.
Hey, tax free. And look, and you know what? I done came across a lot of pastors, bro, and I'm gonna tell you my bone to pick with them. Bro, these niggas can't keep no job. They be the most laziest, be the most ones with the baddest attitudes, bro. Like the ones that I've come across, bro, like they can't keep a job. And they always say they would rather preach full time so they can increase their salary. Shh, don't tell nobody. Chase that bag, God damn it.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move. Hey.